Now, continuing coverage here, family and friends of Mark Jaggers Jr. say police and the mayor have not painted a full picture of his death. An LMPD officer shot and killed Jaggers last week during what investigators are calling an armed carjacking attempt. Travis Breeze spoke to Jaggers' family and their attorney about that newly released body camera video. Travis, what did they have to say?
Isaiah, the family and an attorney representing the family says that the undercover detective should have gotten out of his car and identified himself to Mark Jaggers Jr. and not just waited for him to approach the car. They say Jaggers was just checking out a suspicious car by his house, and police should have recognized what was about to happen.
They've already begun, as I said, to poison the minds of the public.
Family and friends of Mark Jaggers Jr. gathered at the place where he was shot to tell their side of the story.
The officer pushed the door open, knocking him to the ground and then shooting him.
Attorney Aubrey Williams and Jaggers' father said minutes before the shooting, Jaggers Jr. was being dropped off by his girlfriend and wanted to check out a suspicious car in the alley. They say the alley is often full of trash and abandoned cars, and Jaggers wanted to see what was inside. He was carrying a gun when he approached the car, and Kentucky State Police included a freeze frame of him pointing it at Detective Matthew Hayden.
Do you dispute the fact that he did point a gun at the officers once the door had been opened?
I do not dispute that he had his gun out, as any sensible human being would do if he's investigating a very suspicious car.
Kentucky State Police acknowledged the first 4 seconds of the video have no sound, and Jaggers' father said, "We would have heard his son try to make contact with the driver."
My son said, "Who's in that car?" But he didn't contact my son until he shot him. He didn't hit the siren, he didn't hit the horn.
LMPD referred our request for comment to KSP, who handles most investigations involving LMPD officers. That is now standard policy. KSP has not responded to us as of this time. Williams and Jaggers Sr. disagree with police calling this an attempted carjacking because Jaggers was with his girlfriend and her car. They say he would not have sped off and simply left his family in the dust. Their lawyer plans to file a wrongful death lawsuit. In the studio, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
Travis, thank you. Now, Mayor Craig Greenberg responded to the video's release yesterday, saying, quote, "Anytime a person loses their life like this, it is a tragedy. In this case, it is clear from the video that the officer was protecting his own life from an armed assailant," end quote.